Hey everybody, this is Blue Jimmy 48 fan here, and I've been holding this back for quite some time. I've been wanting to make something like this before, because honestly, I don't think everybody knows. Except for the people that I usually interact with. I know this isn't what you're used to seeing from me at all. I was motivated. I was motivated to make my other projects as usual, my other usual videos and stuff, but just as of recent time, it has become very difficult for me to do that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not quitting YouTube or any of that stuff. It's just that this has just been things with me have just been absolutely just difficult as of late. I know I've talked about this on the channel before. I've mentioned it a few times on live streams in the past, with me having this condition known as pervasive developmental disorder. I've mentioned it quite a bit, and yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, pervasive developmental disorder, none otherwise specified, is one of the 4 autism spectrum disorders. And it mostly involves communication. Unfortunately, I might as well just give the story. I might as well just talk about my story and all that. This is not clickbait. This is not a joke. This is 100% serious, and I've never lied about anything before on this channel ever. So, ever since I was born, I've had to deal with a speech impediment. So it took me longer than normal to start speaking, to start saying words. Earlier on, especially throughout my youth, I was in going through a lot of occupational therapy, because obviously there were things that I was still lacking. Ever since that point, it's been real difficult. And in some cases, sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, like at points, like especially this is even still happening today. There are just times where I just don't know what I'm saying, and I say slip the wrong, and I say the wrong thing, and it costs me greatly in the end. Throughout my youth, it's been hard for me to make friends at times, especially with my mental issues that I've been having throughout my life. What was it? When I was 8, I had my adenoids removed, and when I was 11, I nearly lost my life due to appendicitis surgery. I nearly lost my life due to my appendix almost bursting. That's about as close to death as I'll ever get. But yeah. I don't want to come across this as just me seeking attention or sympathy or any of that. I just wanted to get out these feelings that I'm feeling right now, and I've been holding this off for quite some time, and I don't want to hold back anything any longer. So, me with my pervasive developmental disorder is not easy, especially if you're growing, especially when you live in one of the biggest cities in the world. This especially was a huge problem when I was in middle school and high school specifically. On occasion, just like the smallest thing will literally trigger me, and I was a pretty sensitive kid too, and I still am. I'm a very sensitive person, where the smallest thing can literally set me off. And yeah, literally the smallest thing can possibly set me off. That has been a huge issue that I've had to deal with for a very, very long time. And you start asking questions to yourself, like, am I gonna live with this forever? Is it ever going to change? Will it ever get any better? Will there actually be a light in the darkness? It's you just ask yourself that, and the more I keep asking myself that, the more pissed off I get, the more upset I become, and it's just really tough. What and I'm sure many of you have to go through the same things that I go through every on a daily basis. It's just been tough, you know. But then here I am. I come on to this platform. I come on to. Um, I come into the NASCAR community, and me watching all these other people tell their stories. It just makes you wonder, is anything ever going to change for the better? And you know, I just don't know what to say, really, out of all of this. But yeah, it's been really tough for me, you know, especially through middle school, high school, trying to get your, trying to, trying to be that, trying to be that extra, you're trying to be nice to people, and just nothing, and you just don't get that same feeling, you don't get that same respect back. And I've had to learn that the hard way. And I mean, life truly is an absolute bitch at times. But I've had, I've had many people come to me and tell me their stories and what they've gone through in the past, and I understand. I feel their emotion. It's just true. It's just truly upsetting how life can be at times, especially dealing with loss. Obviously, I know bullying is a huge problem still in this world. Being mistreated, misjudged, discriminated, any of that stuff. Life can just, you never know what life is going to throw at you. You just have to be ready for it. So getting back, so obviously I was getting off the topic there, but getting back on track to my problems that I've been dealing with. So obviously I was still put in occupational therapy, and I've had it till I was about maybe 15 or 16. So like literally I was in a place where typically very, very young children with special needs go, and with my problems that I've had, I was still stuck in that place. And I mean, like I've said, I'm very sensitive, like literally like the smallest thing, and I lose it just like that. But obviously, there are going to be people out there who are going to who are going to diss on me, who don't appreciate what I do, and that's totally fine by me. But the main issue that out of all this is just how I've handled this, because I've been going through all this stuff throughout my whole life, and I just feel like there's nothing has changed about me. Like nothing has ultimately gotten any better. I just ask myself if I'm even good enough or any of that, and that's another main reason why some of the other content that I've been lacking on this channel has just absolutely just gone away from me. I mean, obviously, I know reactions. That's a typical thing that I always do here on this channel. Unfortunately, the whole copyright, the whole copyright thing, and it's literally killing me, literally killing other people's channels. You just start to ask yourself, am I doing something right, or am I actually doing something wrong? And all the other usual content that I've been wanting to upload, I've just haven't had the motivation to do it, because I just don't think that all these other bigger people, much more deserving of what they have than me, is you just start asking, am I even good enough? I've had people in the past who have been supportive of what I've been doing, and I was like talking to them almost every day, but ever since like a couple of years ago, I slowly but surely just stopped talking. I just stopped talking. I just stopped talking to those guys, because I didn't think they couldn't be. I didn't think they couldn't handle me anymore. Because sometimes what I say can be misleading or misunderstanding, and living with the speech impediment that you've been dealing with this like almost your whole life, it really fucking sucks. It really does. It really does. So yeah. For quite some time, there have just been days where I'm just straight up just not happy about anything or anyone. It's just really ask yourself, just, why is this happening to me? How is this happening? Why? When is this ever gonna end? Is there any hope that you have that one day things will get better? It's just, I just don't know. But obviously, it's fans like you, it's friends like you that honestly just keep me going at this point, because everything that I've, all the motivation that I've had to make all these cool videos, cool projects. I was promising on a review soon, that has literally just disappeared. All of that has just literally just gone away, and for quite a while I have just been absolutely stalled at where I am. Not gaining, not losing, but just completely stalling out. And obviously I know you're gonna start asking a lot to yourself, is what am I doing wrong? What is it about me? I mean, I know people sometimes are, sometimes people are just, just not fond of my, I mean, I know this is probably a common thing, but that I've been I've probably gotten to realize over time is my personality is just that bland enough that I'm just not worthy. I mean, one thing that I just continue to try and see if I can ever make things better, or just try something new, or do something unlike the rest. And every new thing that I try is it's just whatever drive I have, it just literally fades away. And just but in obvious sight, I'm just forever grateful for all the fans who have just stuck this out with me through all these years. And I mean, I don't want to come across as, I'm just done with everything. I'm done with YouTube. I'm just gonna move on and all that. My problem I'm having is just I'm just not that happy anymore, because no matter what I do or what I say, it just always goes the wrong. I feel like it just always goes the wrong way, and that's been absolutely real difficult to handle. You know, my emotional outburst Twitter that got me banned on that site. Um, the Core Summer Showdown, I could have potentially been in something that could have ultimately changed my life for the better. But of course, I messed it up. I don't want to come across as I just don't want to be a part of this world anymore. I don't want to come across as that. I mean, I've had thoughts, but I never did it because because I've been hoping, praying, I've been just asking God asking God for some sort of salvation or some sort of light in this in the end of at the end of this. But yeah. So yeah, the usual stuff I do, the reactions and all that. I mean, obviously, it's become really It's become really difficult for me to do all the usual, all the videos that I've been planning on doing. This hasn't been. This has been happening for, I guess you can say, more than a year now because 2018 I was starting to make less content. I mean, obviously, I know I was pushing myself with One More Corner, and I wasn't really happy doing that like twice a week and all that stuff, and it was just interfering with other things that are going on. Obviously college, as is obviously I have a bunch of work to do for that. You really just start asking yourself, just why is this happening, and is it ever going to change? And I mean, literally, I was, some people, obviously people were thinking I was crazy for, people thinking I was mentally insane for liking, for liking the interests I have, like NASCAR, Angry Birds. Like sometimes when I was in high school, I was actually taking my Angry Birds plushies to class because that was like that. I felt like that was the only thing that actually made me that like literally. That's like something to hold in my hand, like to know that somebody is there for me, and everybody thought I was just insane, crazy, and all that, and I was one of the happiest people alive when I graduated. I was one of the happiest people alive when I graduated because I felt like I finally have an escape, or but then you move on to the next level. You start to see people. You start to see people your age and older. They start. I mean, obviously, I know college is never one of the best places ever, but it's not one of the worst because I know I've met some people over there who I've gotten to know who are pretty good friends of me now. But just living with this pervasive developmental disorder, it's it's just absolutely tough. And you know, I've been dealing with so much, depression, anxiety, and all that for quite some time. And like a few years ago, I was just absolutely happy. I was more than happy. I was, you know, whenever I wasn't out of whenever I was out of school, I was happy with what I was going with what was going on. You know, I'm not saying that I'm not also saying that, literally my driver is just literally just regressed, which is, part of the reason why I'm acting like this. That is not the case whatsoever. Not the case whatsoever. I knew Jimmy was gonna miss the playoffs at some point, but still, yeah. You just have, but yeah, it's straight up. I just don't feel as happy as what I used to be, and it's become really difficult for me to do what I've been doing. Early on in the YouTube stuff, I was I was I was absolutely happy doing what I'm doing, but 2018, 2019 came. I've literally stalled out, and you just start asking yourself, just what am I doing wrong? And you know, you can call me Blue Jimmy, you can call me Brandon or whatever, but but you guys have to know that I'm just a person, and I can't I can't know everybody on an individual level more than the 1,600 fans of this channel. I can't know you on an individual level, and I can't know every 1,600, and I'm not talking about the people that I interact with. I'm talking about you as the whole community. So I know I want to be there for these people. I want to be there for others, but just dealing with this almost your whole life, it's becoming extremely difficult, and you just like I've said hundreds of times, you just start asking yourself, is this ever going to change? Is it ever going to get any better? I'm not asking, like I said, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking for subs or any of that stuff. Like I've said, I can't know every 1,600 one of you on an individual level, and I want to be there for all these people, and I know what these people have to go through, but but yeah, straight up, I'm just not happy. I'm just not happy anymore. I'm really just not happy anymore. I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but it's just becoming harder and harder by the day, the week, the month, the year. I've tried to make things right, and but they always, but sometimes, but you know, but I just feel like I just do, I always do the wrong thing, and all these other people, all these other, you know, others that I've interacted with and talked to and supported are all opening, you know, they're all opening new ground, and just, and here I am. I'm just stuck. I'm basically just stuck on a dinghy outside shore. Just not knowing where to go, what to do, what to say. It's just, I just don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to just come on here and just let my feelings out, and just let you know of just what I have to, what, because I've been holding this off for quite a while, and I think it's, like I said, I think it's finally time you guys know about my struggles and just what I deal with. Life isn't easy. Life isn't easy, especially here in one of the biggest cities in the world, in New York City. You have to be strong, you have to be resilient. There will always be people who will be doubting you. And the one thing I've ever wanted in life is just to do something that will leave an impact on others, and that's why I decided to make this YouTube channel. I decided to open myself to hundreds of thousands of viewers. I'm forever grateful for that, but you know, with what I've been doing in the past, it's all the good things that I've done in the past that has slowly disappeared, and all the you know, depression, anxiety, it's just gotten worse over time, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm not asking for sympathy or any of that stuff. I just wanted to come on here and just let you know of what I have to deal with every day. But obviously I know I'm not alone. There's millions of people out there, and there will always be at least one person that will understand you, that will understand your emotions, will understand your feelings, will understand what you go through, what you say, whatever it is. There will always be at least one person out there in this world who will understand. And I'm forever grateful just for all you amazing fans of this channel, for being quite possibly my second family to me, because obviously I know things haven't been the same, I guess you can say, with what my family has been going through. Like I said, I lost my Aunt Chris. I lost my Aunt Chris last year. She was literally my best friend, who was going to be 102 this year. I lost my father's mother passed away. Cousin Rosalind, Alba Mazza, and also now my grandmother. She's not the same anymore. And I don't think I've said this story either. When it was 2015, it was around Christmas, she unfortunately overdosed on a medication, and I ended up having to call the ambulance, trying to hope she didn't die on me. I was literally holding her in my arms, and I was just bawling and just hoping for something to, just hoping for something good to, just waiting, just praying that she would be well again. And she hasn't been the same since. She's not herself anymore. And we have a lot of conflict going on too, which doesn't help what I have to deal with whatsoever. Because obviously I know I've been told I don't do enough. I'm too lazy. I'm just, it just, things have just been really hard. It's just been really hard for me to do stuff, at least this past year or so. I'm not saying that I'm unhappy being here on YouTube or just unhappy about, I'm just unhappy at who I am at times, and I don't want to be stuck with this just forever. I mean, like I said, part of this reason why like I've said, when I was talking to Jarrett and Darian, from the core, they said that I'm not ready just yet because of the mentality I have, and rightfully so. And like I've said, during this core season or whatever that's going to be happening, at least after my semester, all of my focus is going to be put on hopefully regaining my mental growth and just trying to be, just trying to find something trying to find that light in the darkness. But yeah, it's just hard now with what I have to deal with. Like I said, I don't want to, like I said, this is not clickbait, this is not a joke, this is absolutely 100% serious, and I would never lie about anything. So yeah, straight up, I'm just not happy anymore doing what I'm doing, but it's people like you that keep me going. It's the fans like you, it's all the other content creators out there that all the other big people that just keep me going. And just keep doing what I love to do, and that is make videos every day, go to class, learn, and do something that could change everything for the better in the long run. And I'm forever thankful that I've been able to experience the ups and downs of life. But yeah, it's like I've said, this is just a rough patch that I'm just going through right now, but I'm just hoping things will get better, and I just hope, and I hope the same for you with whatever you go through. You may be in darkness now, but there will be a light. I can promise you that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have the mentality. I was texting someone last night, and he literally just gave me such motivation to just go out there and just be me, and to be who I am. Nobody can say that otherwise. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just talk and just let my feelings out, and I hope you guys understand. And if you can't handle that and you want to unsubscribe, then by all means just go right ahead, because I honestly don't even care about the numbers anymore. I don't care about the numbers right now. But yeah, just wanted to just point this out, and just been absolute rough patch right now, but I'm just hoping that one day all of this will change, and I'm hoping you guys will be there, and I'm hoping you guys are going to stick with me through this rough time that I'm going through right now. Let's just hope. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it. I'll see you guys on the next video.